series in terms of just wrapping up you guys. Good job. So congratulations to killing all day to at least be able to take out another strong opponent. Just a list of killers, man. Just it's so hard to get past this round number 7 with so many good players you're going to run into.
Yeah, he's been killing.
Yeah,
all day.
There's no walkovers, essentially. It doesn't feel like it's going to be easy. A lot of people go down kicking and screaming.
Yeah, absolutely. And that does put Killing Today in reasonable position to have a shot with tiebreakers to make the top 8. So we're getting close to finding out what that top 8 will be. I believe we have one more game to show you guys before we get there. So here we go.
That's right. I believe it features HotMEOWTH and Coglorin from Brazil. We are having, if you guys hadn't had enough Pirate Warrior, boy, do I have news for you. We have HotMEOWTH playing Pirate Warrior up against Coglorin's what looks like to be a Tempo Mage, which, I gotta say, I feel like Tempo Mage with a hand like this
is looking good.
Is looking really good.
Yeah, the Tempo Mage, one of the powerful cards we've talked about against the Pirate Warrior decks throughout the sort of format is Feral Spirits, or even a Stone Claw Totem. That's one of the reasons the Shaman decks tend to be a favorite against them. But Mirror Image is pretty good too, giving you multiple taunts to absorb hits from things like Arcanite Reaper is just incredibly powerful.
Yeah, and Water Elemental is also really effective against
freezing up their weapons.
Freeze up their weapons, really high health total, really difficult to overcome. Coglorin, thinking about tossing in this Arcane Missiles as well as the Mirror Images. Do you think it's worth using the coin in this position to protect the Mana Worm? It feels usually like a pretty good play, but then you compromise your following turn.
It's true. If Coglorin had something to do on 3, I might, but the only things that he's losing it to here are War Axe, or exactly this, the deckhand, which is a resource expended by your opponent. And now he gets to coin out Water Elemental. And Water Elemental is just so powerful against the Warrior deck, just shutting down all of their weapons. And there's no individual minion that HotMEOWTH can really have here that would trade into it effectively.
Yeah, Core Carnal Elite doesn't do it. Leroy would, but that's a heavy cost to his hand.
Is it only has 4 mana this turn, though?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you say there's no minion.
Well, I just meant this turn.
Okay. I was just, okay. Right,
you're right. Frothing Berserker that had taken some damage. And
you're right.
Yes, there are minions in the game of Hearthstone that can kill Water Elemental. It's not the toughest guy in the block.
You win.
It's been a long day.
You win this one.
A little spicy here, but anyway, Fireball does take down the Coglorin Elite. But yeah, that Water Elemental connecting with Face freezes up HotMEOWTH, and this is going to be Leroy trading in. But Coglorin,
so there are minions that can kill Water Elemental.
Wow, they do exist.
Well, a little bit of a dud turn for Coglorin here.
He can just use the Mirror Image to protect those whelps. There is a Rusty Hook over there for HotMEOWTH, and just getting those 2 damage in every turn can really add up.
Yeah, think about how powerful Hunter is when they get 2 power or 2 damage. Think about Hunter in a different time period.
Think about how powerful Hunter is. Oh my God! Don't
in
talk
their
about
glory days.
That's powerful.
Hunter's definitely lost a little bit of its athleticism, its explosiveness, but back in the glory days,
now
when he was a varsity high school jock.
He's not a hunter anymore.
Now he's got a beer belly, just chilling on the couch,
just picking fruit,
watching the same old Undertaker Hunter days, where he's like, "Remember I used to be so good." Yeah.
But HotMEOWTH with the Sir Finley picks up Life Tap. It's powerful here. This may be an aggressive matchup, but it is definitely one that's based on resources. And the Life Tap, given HotMEOWTH having quite a bit of life left, can potentially give him quite a bit of tools to work with.
Nice. Some high quality stuff, but don't underestimate the power of Life Tap. The problem is that it seems like HotMEOWTH has to leverage the Life Tap while still fighting for the board, and that's going to count double against him. He's taking damage every turn from the hero power, and he's going to be losing by trading with the weapons.
Yeah, not quite a clean way to get anything off this board. He's going to have to go ahead and Heroic Strike plus weapon down this Emperor. Can clear off small minions, does give him a very scary Frothing Berserker, but also sends him to a pretty scary life total of just 13.
Yeah, and with Finally Sport and Frostbolt, that is 8 damage in the hand.
Yeah, you could even, if you really wanted to, kind of get crazy here. Probably don't Frostbolt that well. I wouldn't do that.
He's a dragon hater.
Whoa! I don't approve.
Well,
he doesn't even have to go face though. Here is the thing. just frostbolting and clearing. Firelance Portal taking down the Frothing Berserker. And is just set up to keep getting that damage in with minions, and he has Ragnaros in his hand.
Yeah, stand for a good rag, because it's very unlikely your opponent can get through the rag.
Azure Drake is a nice hit off of that Firelance Portal. Valuable minion that will boost the rest of his spells, at least until he goes to Wild.
Yep. Oh, wow. Too soon, man. Too soon. But,
got a few more months.
Yeah. I guess we'll cherish the time we have together. Always remember Azure Drake. Ripping pepper.
This is actually a really good turn from HotMEOWTH, though. It's particularly strong against the Ragnaros here, going wide on the board.
I mean, I would put strong as a relative term here. It doesn't seem like your opponent can deal with it very efficiently.
Well, as far as you know, a board he could generate this turn, given the game state, pretty good.
Yeah,
Sir Finley, that's the best possible hit for him.
Yeah. And I mean, if Rag just keeps missing every turn, I mean, this damage can rack up really quickly. Heroic Strike comes in the hand. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so he's actually
looking,
okay.
Might be a photo finish here.
Yeah, this could come close. He actually has
plus 617.
Not quite lethal next turn, and Ragnaros is going to remove one of these minions or the face. If he just pings face, he represents lethal.
I vote for that play. Remove face.
Firelance Portal, ooh.
Yeah, that helps him narrow down to just a 1 and 3. You can Firelance Portal minion and then ping the face, or maybe even more if Firelance Portal gives a charger minion of some sort.
What's in the box? Just a pit fighter.
All right, now for the moment of truth.
Yeah, I mean,
for an opportunity to go 5 and 2, and he gets
right to the face. He didn't need that snipe. He was just far enough ahead on board that that was likely to just grind him out anyway, but always nice when Ragnaros gets the job done.
That's right. So looks like we have most of round 7 finished for today, Brian. Wow, what a marathon day it was. Just a lot of action back and forth. And, you know, I am happy to see Latin America continue to perform well. I think they are an underrated region. A lot of people write them off when they think of Americas. Yeah,
we've talked about Coglorin a little bit alongside Leomane as a player who's just kind of been on the cusp for a while. And this is another opportunity he has. You know, maybe he squeaks on tiebreakers. Probably not, but he's got a shot.
All right, so that wraps up the games here on the main desk. Let's go to the side set where we're joined by the whole gang. Wow.
Everyone.
I feel like I want to run and give you all a high five. How's it going? Sato, what's going on? Oh, well. I mean,
I got short arms.
Air fives. Well, how's it going, Sato?
It's going great. It's been an awesome day. I'm incredibly excited about the play that we've had today already and incredibly excited about tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow I can't wait to see all the players go through to elimination and really get into those very, very tense games for those qualifying spots. So that's going to be super fun to see. What about you, Cora?
I want to see the doctors at work. I want to see if they have earned their medical degrees and can make it through to the Bahamas.
Yeah, Lothar?
Well, I would love to see WOD advance, because he has a unique lineup with the Arena Priest, right? That's something you don't see often in this tournament. I would love to see him advance to top 8. I'm not exactly not sure if he did it.
I think he'll be in there on tiebreakers, and it'll be he is coming down from a 5 and 1, so he's got a good shot. But I think he's in there in the tiebreak pool at this point.
All right. Well,
we'll have to find out.
Yeah, definitely want to see some Water Warrior as well from Frozen potentially. So we'll see there. You know, what were the biggest surprise sort of standout decks or lineups or even players, Sol?
I want to go straight back to Watt, honestly, because you have to go there. His lineup essentially targeted the aggro deck, which ended up being the aggro lineup, sorry, that ended up being the most popular lineup brought to the tournament. So that was deliberate on his part. It's a fantastic read that's been paying off for him. And sometimes when you're a player that's flying under the radar, it takes that kind of innovation, that kind of read on the tournament meta to really make a big breakout. So I hope for his sake and for our sake that he has made it through on tiebreakers, so we get to see some more awesome lineup from him.
That is true. And one thing that I feel like we need to add, although his lineup was so great against aggro, he was winning even though his play wasn't that tight.
Sure.
He was making some mistakes, but his lineup is so strong against those aggro builds that he just can make those and still is on top.
Yeah, you know, you're very close to the Americas scene, of course, Cora. Was there any particular player performances that stood out one way or the other for you today?
Well, I would say my biggest surprise of the day was TJ's accurate predictions.
That was all of our biggest surprises.
Not because of TJ's players. Because TJ.
Fired. He's not even there to defend himself.
I'm getting sad eyes from across the way, and it's just as it's just as fulfilling as I thought it would be. No, obviously it's got to be the lesser known names. Obviously, you come into a big tournament like this, and with the European playoffs, we had 4 very well-known players make it through. So for the Americas, it's always interesting seeing new guys come in and step up to the plate and succeed. So, you know, players like the doctors that I mentioned before, really amazing to see them, you know, come in and find success.
I think, but by far, the biggest surprise of the entire day is I think there was a brief moment just now where Brian Kibler lost his temper, and that is by far.
Doesn't happen often.
Are we talking about the same person? I think someone's projecting here.
That's also
a British person casting Hearthstone.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So.
Brian Kibler's the grumpy one? Have you met Shiro, his dog?
I have.
We never said Shiro was the grumpy one.
The surprises all around, but we are going to check in with a few more surprises of their own, which is the dastardly duo of TJ and Admirable at the chalkboard.
Hey guys, welcome back to the prediction board. I didn't want to give an update to Dan. We're now good cop, good cop.
Yeah.
Those of you who've been
Double good cop.
Yeah,
tuning in all day, you know what we're talking about. But wow, actually, one thing that we forgot to mention in the last prediction update is Admirable actually had 2 correct predictions with Doc Pone and Dr. Jikinininki.
Yeah, Dr. Jikanicki.
There you go.
The well-known Dr. Jikanicki.
Yeah, well, you see, if he wasn't well-known, he's well-known now after you put him on the board this morning with your prediction. So very well done by Admirable. We do have a few more updates, though, and I'll get your thoughts on your picks here in a second, Admirable. Muzzy has been eliminated, and we're still waiting on the bracket generation for the tiebreakers. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm just going to go ahead and put a question mark next to these 2 gentlemen here because they are both at 5-2. They could win with tiebreakers, but it's a question mark right now. But Admirable, talk to me about these 2 picks today. Why did you pick them this morning, and how did they stand out?
Well, I mean, it's super simple. Sometimes you can just see into the future, and you call draws, you call plays. Doc Pone and Dr. Jikanicki just stood out to me. Call it precognition, call it pure luck. Whatever you want to call it, the fact of the matter is that it was right.
It was right. That's correct. Admirable, 2 correct predictions today. We'll see if you can keep that up going into tomorrow and next week. But we're going to hand it back over to the main set. They might have some updates for us on the tiebreakers.
February 18th, 2017. Admirable was right about something. Wow. Day to remember in history. And we have our top 8 bracket. What a day in history as well. Doc Pone is #1 seed up against Leo Main. We have a Brazilian in the top 8. Amnesiac squeezes in. Oh, but he has to go up against Frozen. What a matchup that is.
Yeah, and then we have Tare against Lucas, who is another South American player who's battling through. And then one of the good doctors versus What. So we actually have quite a bit of South American representation in this event.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really cool to see if the rise of Latin America, which has been destined since it's been prophesied about for a long time about how they're an up-and-coming region, can they actually make the push? Remember, the winner of each of those quarterfinals to the semis go to the championship, but we also will play out to see who will be an America's winter champion. So that's going to be really fun to check out. But don't forget that next week we'll also be doing the Asia Pacific Winter Playoffs, which kick off on February 24th. So the coverage will begin at 6 p.m. there. Brian, we've had a lot of fun today. Give me some thoughts about the bracket here.
I mean, I think that the big match has to be Amnesiac versus Frozen. These are 2 players who came in really heralded in terms of people thinking that they were going to put up big results. Now, only one of them can go to the Bahamas. They're facing in the first round. So that's going to be my match to watch tomorrow.
Man, tough stuff being able to go up against those. But at the same time, I want to see if Trey can repeat. I want to see if these Latin Americans can go through, or we finally get new blood. Because some of these players, we haven't really seen them too much before, and that's always been what HCT is. It's where the top players perform, but it's also a proving grounds. It's also an opportunity for people to really show up and make a name for themselves, which is what we're all about for this week and the following week on February 24th. We have Asia Pacific all